Hello, ladies and gentlemen. PC F3 at Spain. I believe this is like round what? Can't even remember now. I am.
Rain 6.
Yeah, sorry.
Rain 6.
Yeah, race 6. Round 6 at Spain, otherwise known as S in brackets Pain. My name is Ryan Chapman. This week, not joined by David, as usual. Joined by PC2 commentator Luke Mills. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing alright. Interested to see how PC3 is different to PC2, to be fair.
It's carnage.
Yeah.
It's just, but
What I
it's
expected
unadulterated carnage.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've watched, yeah, what you're saying is correct. Well, that'll make it quite fun to commentate over, to be fair, as a lot of the time I won't have a clue what's going on.
I don't think
But I've seen the battle at the top is decent. I mean, Bellini was dominating, but yeah.
he's been moved too. I believe he's been moved up.
Yeah,
he jumped PC2. What?
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, I think it's Hill, Kent, and Michelin at the top at the moment in the standings. We've also had some other winners. I mean, with the Preserve and Chirek came in and dominated France.
Yeah, he did.
That was interesting to watch. Not often you get someone just hop in and absolutely wipe
Smash.
the floor
Yeah,
from
just
the beginning.
smash the entire field. Yeah.
That's only happened in one other circumstance so far.
Got Tuca.
Yeah.
Just for everyone, you need to vote for who you think's gonna win. Do you think Michael Michelin's gonna win, Paul Hill, or Jordan Kent? I personally think since he's in the lobby, Turek will win.
I was gonna say, yeah, Chirek.
Turek looks.
I think if
rapid.
he keeps up the if he races as good as he did last week, I wouldn't be surprised if he eventually just gets sent straight up to PC2.
Or PC1, like Bellini jumped the entire league, so.
Depends on his assists, really. So.
True, very true. Anyway, jumping into the lobby. Some of the names are different because people didn't add me. Silly boys.
It's
So I
not
do
as bad as
apologise.
I'm just freestyling it.
So, for the sake of brevity, Ghost Guy is, and I want to pronounce this name. I think it's Leichtveld or something like that. I'm not sure, but Ghost Guy is Leichtveld. Maj DR10 is Devarich, I want to say, and there's only one other name that I don't have that I need to find quickly. Martrex is. Huh?
Matrix is Churek.
Martrex is Churek. My bad. Yeah. So Martrex is Churek. Martrex won last week's race. Commentated wonderfully by David. As the sound is not coming through. We gotta love it when the game doesn't work. Let me just sort that out.
Lovely. So we have a few cars going to track already. First cars out
There we
of
go.
the Williams.
There we go.
Spain is quite a short track, so
Turn it down.
probably give people the opportunity to do multiple laps here during qualifying.
Yeah, it is a short track. The annoying thing about Spain, in my opinion, is the lack of overtaking ability for a lot of people when it comes to the race. There's like one chance, maybe two if you count the really short sort of like second straight. But other than that, not really many opportunities to overtake here. Couple of death corners we need to watch out for, as Maj has literally just gone through one, or at least in my opinion it's one. Basically, like the uphill corners are all death. If you take too much curb, say bye to your rear end. and wish it goes back round and not into a wall.
Yeah. It's pretty much look at a draw whether or not you're going into a wall or not, which, you know, is always fun. We do
As
have a few drivers out on the mediums as
probably
well.
probably
So
just gonna get their sort of warm-up laps in, basically. As we do see Sancho opening up on his first lap, going around turn 3. Bit wide, but it's fine. Turn 3 is like one of those corners where it's like, you can go as wide as you want to an extent.
yeah, pretty much. The track limits there can be quite dodgy, to be fair. Sometimes you can just go completely off track and it'll just allow you.
Yeah, just say, yeah,
So,
carry on.
I mean, if the game's going to let you do that, sure, why not, honestly.
Sort of lifting ever so slightly before opening the DRS, coming into the hairpin, and starting the second sector. One I've seen quite nice lap from the Williams so far.
Important. Just with your banker, just get a timing.
Oh yeah, as soon as I say that, he spins.
Yeah. Oh,
But his
no.
teammate, just behind him.
Makes the curves very nicely in the chicane there at the end of the lap.
Opening
A lot of
lap
people
for the
will
session.
probably make a mistake there, so they can be quite deadly.
An Alpha Tauri coming across. Yes. Probably, I think it was Turek, but I think he may have invalidated as Mishlo goes a little bit quicker.
Just 5 tenths clear of Bakalik, who went to third, and Snape, who's gone just 2 tenths off of pole on this first run for most people.
You supporting your
Which puts us
commentary
in
team,
second.
supporting your commentary
Yeah.
partner this week?
We'll have to see, won't we?
As Kent puts in the fastest time of the session so far. Smith and his teammate beats him by 0.7 of a second.
Okay, well. Great start. Bit quick.
Alfa Romeo looking out the front row so far. Still 13 minutes of the session to go, but good start for the Alfa Romeo boys as Karolak in the McLaren does take P3 away from Mishler as it stands. Nice lap from the McLaren. Coast Guard coming over the line.
That was one of the Williams completing a second lap. That was Lichterveld again. I don't know how to pronounce that name either.
Lichterveld, I wanna say.
Yeah, we'll just stick with that then. Lichterveld.
Yeah, Lichterveld. Lichterveld.
Yeah, sure. Well, we'll stick with that then.
Liechtenstein, I don't know. Like
Just named after a country.
yeah.
Anyway,
The Red
some
Bull's
of the
coming
guys
over.
on the mediums with Churek, Kopashevsky and Neves.
Smith, hello.
That's a good time for the mediums.
And Pink. Or Pink. I'm not sure.
Tuavila.
Oh, it's Tuavila. Oh, I've also not changed his name. I'm an idiot. But good lap from Smith there on the mediums, sort of throwing himself up into the soft runners.
Oh, and
he's left.
disconnected as well.
Okay, so if it stays like that, he started on the mediums, which, to be fair, around a track like this, never bad.
I think Kent's got up to our second, just 5 tenths off of his teammate now.
Yeah, Hill's looking quite quick. I think the driver
Ferrari just drifting.
I'm expecting to do well. Just coming into the pits now, probably going to bolt on a set of softs in a minute and try and do a nice soft lap.
First retirement of Stewart.
Stewart.
That is on track. He's just given up.
Okay, he's not. He's trying to do a last to first. Understood.
I mean,
Fair enough.
He was doing some lovely donuts on the gravel, to be fair. So.
Right, just having a.
Having a bit of fun before he. Clearly very comfortable as we have another retirement of sniping the same spot, but he's actually DNF'd.
Oh, he's actually like binned it, has he? As
Yeah.
just gonna go on board with Mishler to see if nah, the car has despawned. But Mishler has started a lap on softs. Or he's on his out lap, sorry. For some reason,
On a lap.
what I don't understand, yeah, he's driving like he's on a lap. I don't understand this sort of way of doing things. Why rush around the track when you've got 10 minutes left? Just calmly go around and reserve the tires. Especially around Spain. Like, tires hate it around Spain. As he's like nearly gone sideways through the corner into the straight into the hairpin at the beginning of sector 3.
Probably just gonna ruin his tyre temps by the time he's already starting a lap, which isn't ideal.
Especially not with the first sector as it is, no.
Sancho goes up to 4th with his lap.
Good lap from the Williams.
Slots himself between the McLaren and the Alpine.
A nice lap from the Williams there, fair enough. Oh, not Williams. That is a Williams.
Yes, Williams.
Sorry, the colours of like on the side are really similar between Williams and Alpine. I get confused. As I think Mishler has now just started his lap. Going through sector 1, let's see if he improves on his time. Coming towards the split now, it's Fadilla. Hello!
Okay, what? Okay, that's...
A 16.6? That's rapid.
That's quicker than my time trial time.
Yeah, that's really fast. He must have hooked that up really nicely.
You sure this is PC3 I'm watching?
Yeah,
sure
not like WRR or something, right? Like.
I have a feeling I'm not watching the thing that I signed up to a commentator. Well, that's going to be difficult for anyone to beat. So I want to wish good luck to everyone trying.
Yeah, like,
but
have fun. That's an entire 9/10 quicker than Hill.
Yeah, I don't think Hill's exactly just going to find 9/10 out of nowhere, as Michael finishes his lap and
P3.
goes into 3rd.
Respectable. As an Alfa Romeo
Just
comes out of Kent. Oh, are the Alfa Romeo boys doing a bit of teamwork here? What do you think?
There might be.
Well, you don't want to be following that close. Ruin your tyres if you come out that close to each other. Although if they're trying teamwork, why is Kent behind Hill?
I'm not sure. Maybe they're gonna do one run where Hill gets the DRS and then Kent may follow him round and just save his tyres on a lap to as much as he can to then do a lap behind.
Nah, he's backing off quite a lot. I don't think he's going to be in range for it, is he?
I mean, he's still within a reasonable range. It just depends if he backs off even more now, which he is, yeah.
Yeah, that's oh.
As Michael's having none of it, he's just put himself.
Michael's like, can you get out of my way, please? I want to get to the pits. Man wants a new set of soft tyres on his car.
He's also got a McLaren.
Oh, there's a McLaren just parked. Oh, I think he was just letting them all through. Fair enough. As we're just going to watch Hill begin the start of his lap. Coming around the last corner to begin the start of his lap as Turek does go P4 finally without invalidating a lap.
It's a decent time on the softs for now.
I don't know if it...
But with most drivers probably doing
Hill went
more
in.
run after this.
There we go.
Let's see across the sector one split. Hill
Kent's gone. Kent has gone.
Still in the session at least, but
yeah.
I'm watching Hill currently. He's 4 tenths up already in sector 1.
Okay, so he needs to make another 5 tenths.
And to be fair, sector 1, I don't think that's the time where you're going to make most of your time up. So if he absolutely hooks this up together, there is a chance. As across this next sector, he's
5 tenths up.
Tenths up.
Okay, he needs to make another 4 in this last sector. Let's see how he does. Nice line through there. Bit of oversteer, bit of kick. Had to recorrect. Might have slowed him down a little bit. Let's see where this puts him. This definitely, hopefully this puts him in the 16s.
Should do. As
Coming round the
like
last
very
corner.
nice final sector apart from the start.
Does put him in the
Yeah, it
16s,
does.
but he's 3/10 off.
At
Nice lap from
least
Hill.
that gap at the front there doesn't look as bad as it did
No.
a minute ago.
Oh, Kopachelski. Nice lap from him.
He's gone up to third. 4 thousandths ahead of his fellow countryman Michler, I believe. Actually, no, Michler's... No.
Swiss, isn't
never
he?
mind,
He's
I'm
Swiss,
wrong.
isn't
Yeah, I got confused with... Because there was... He was teammates with someone else.
Oh, there's a
in
Williams
PT2
off.
last season, that's confusing.
he? Sancho has been.
We got Smith back.
Smith is back.
Possession.
To be fair, if I'm Smith and I'm looking at the cars behind, I'm happy. I'm not doing any more laps.
To be fair.
Play it tactical. Start on a fresh set of mediums.
As he does drop to P12 as Bakelit goes up to 11th. After
Very true.
his third lap on that set of softs.
He needs to get a different set of tires on and do a different lap, another lap, because
Yeah.
if he keeps those on and starts the race on them, he's not doing a one stop, unless he goes on to hards,
Yeah.
which you never want to do. Does look like he's still throwing it around the track for some reason. Hill is starting another lap on these softs. Interesting strategy from the Alfa Romeo.
Let's see if he's actually going to commit to this lap or...
Yeah, he's burning
He's just...
ERS.
He's burning his back for
So it looks
As he
like
saved
a
up quite a
commit.
bit.
Let's see what the
I
first
think
split
if he
is.
doesn't improve, he'll bolt this in lap. I will take this as an in lap. And then just go back out, fresh set of tyres right at the end. Which I think he'll barely have time for here.
Oh yeah. Well, he's currently about even on his first sector, so
Yeah, he's backed off.
yeah, there's no point in carrying on if you're even on the first sector there. Maybe there was a mistake made through the corner. Kent coming into the pit lane as he's really wanting to just...
the bollard on the entry.
Yep. I think he's really just wanting to put on a fresh set of boots and get a lap in before the time runs out, basically. Karolak on a lap, just started, the McLaren.
Take a look how you can do then, as takes first curb and just keeps off the second one. Maybe just wanting to take it a bit easy and just get a solid lap time in.
See if he goes up. He's gone slower.
Down, though.
Maybe not, but as
So
confident
maybe,
through the first sector.
Maybe he's just taking it safe, knowing he might have a lot of time to gain elsewhere potentially.
Maybe. As takes that little area of the track quite nicely. Lots of throttle management going through that like sort of weird right-hander. He's now 7,000th up. He's kind of even. I don't think he's going to be gaining a lot of time, but I think
he could go up to P7 here potentially.
yeah, unless he makes... Oh no, he's invalidated.
Ah.
As an Alpha Tauri is coming to start their lap. I think a lot of these cars are now coming. Oh, Michelin is on a lap.
Validated.
He's invalidated, but he's probably just going to go around again.
Smith is 4 temps up at the moment, so if he
On
can keep
softs.
this, then that'll put him up for 7th, potentially 6th.
He is on the softs, so going faster to be expected compared to the mediums, especially when you put the times in at the beginning of the session. See what the time is. It is a... Goes 5/10 off, goes P6.
And
Not bad
that's
from the
just
Red Bull.
12 thousandths quicker than Kent there.
Just
As next is the other Red Bull, to Vila, who's gone 1 thousandths quicker than Churek, which puts him up to 5th.
Speaking of Churek, just on board with him now. He's 100th of a second up, so currently P6 if this lap is good. And not invalidated, as we've seen him do a couple of times this session. Gonna watch him take the tarmac of Spain as aggressive as he seems to be during these sessions, maybe overdoing it sometimes. Coming to the Sector 2 split. Let's see what the time is. 3/10 up. We'll put him in between. We'll put him up near P3. Not bad. As he spun.
Oh.
Too aggressive. Unfortunate for him. Those tyres will be
So what I've
screaming.
noticed is Hill's not actually come out for another lap, so
He's going to start on
probably
2-lap-old
content with
softs.
starting second.
Not content with starting on those kind of softs though.
Yeah, that probably wasn't the best of ideas, considering Spain can be quite rough with tyre wear.
Definitely, as the Alpine of Kopachevsky comes around the final corner, goes slower by 8/10. Christ.
Next up is Kuhnchuk, who's 10th and a half down.
Yeah, no, not improving there.
Padilla, who's barely just going to get a lap started here, I think.
Timed it to perfection.
He's going to go for another run, but it's not like it particularly matters at this rate, I don't think, unless someone's going to play an absolute blinder of a lap. And there is Kentu's 4/10 up here. So this could put him onto the second row, just behind his teammate, if he can keep it together in the final sector, which he has done.
Just checking. Fadia is 3/10 down, so maybe that first lap was a bit of a miracle lap, it seems.
Has Kemp by 6 thousandths. Does get third.
Okay, so the Alfa Romeo boys up there again. As to be expected, they are two of the quicker drivers in this league.
As we have Kopachevsky, who was 10th up, but is unfortunately going through sector 3, lost it on the inside curb and then ended up on the gravel. As Fadia's only half a 10th down now.
Maybe it's not a miracle lap. Maybe he is just fast around here. Confident for the Aston Martin then. Confidence boosting for him for the race. Let's see if he can go even quicker coming round the last corner. Nice aerial shot from the game. Thank you.
He's just invalidated there, and he
but
was
it was, yeah, no, that lap was legit then. Fair enough to the Aston Martin.
Yeah.
He was staying in. No one really improving apart from Kent. But I think this might be our starting order.
Yeah. Third to fifth, separated by 10 thousandths.
The 2nd, 5th are separated by a very slim margin. A fight to watch, hopefully, between those. I mean, I swear, normally when I'm
watch with most people from third down at this rate, from what we're looking at.
To be fair, Kent race pace for this league is quite good, so keep an eye on him. Maybe he might jump a few cars on the start. So we'll see. See exactly what happens, but going down the order, we have Fadia P1 by 3/10. Fantastic lap from him in the Aston Martin. Looked to be quite consistent. Hill in P2 with the Alfa Romeo, his teammate behind him. 7/10 between the two of them, so obviously a bit of a pace differential between the Alfa Romeos this week, but who knows, the race could be different. Kopachevsky in the Alpine, P4, followed by Mishler and Avila, who are nutty close to each other by their own rights. Same with Kent. P7 I didn't know because it all went away.
P7 was, I believe, Churek.
Churek's got a bit of a climb. Yeah, no. P7 was Churek. P8 was Smith. Kuchuk was P9, and P10 was Pina. Sancho with the alternative strategy, if he does so choose, P11. I would take it. Softs at the end at Spain would be very nice. We do have to remember that Hill's tyres are 2 laps old, whereas everyone else's are going to be 1 lap old.
Yeah.
So
that could provide him needing to pit a bit earlier, unless he's going to be able to just save those tyres as much as he can.
Be an interesting prospect between that as they are lined up on the grid, ready for the formation lap.
Take a look at the tyres. Everyone outside the top 10s on mediums, apart from
Karalak. Interesting decision. Maybe he just wants to be alternative to his teammate. Understood. Understandable. Wants to get a few cars on the start, maybe make some positions and pit in a situation where also he's not tripping over his teammate, which can happen quite often.
But also potentially be quite confident in his race pace to just get himself straight onto it, because as long as he can just get back Sancho straight away, he can be right with the rest of the soft runners anyway, which, well, I mean, he won't really lose any time to the alternate strategy runners as long as they can build a gap, but you never know what's going to happen here, as, well, Spain can produce absolute chaos with people spinning all over the place, as a lot of the curbs are, well, they like to sing you, especially with heavy fuel at the start of the race. It'll be quite difficult, but
It,
we'll just have to see how everything pans out, really.
definitely. As some tyre warming, obviously, on this formation lap. Hoping for a good start. Let's not have a situation that happened at China again. Especially for these guys.
I'm just happy for them as well that they don't have to suffer through rain here either, as
Not yet. We
looks
don't know if
pretty
it
clear.
might be rain later on.
For the sake of everyone here, I hope not. But
For the
you
sake of
never
the
know.
viewers, I hope so. For the sake of the drivers, I hope
Yeah.
not. As we are.
I mean, that's what I always say when watching PC too, because
Yeah.
it makes it a lot more entertaining just seeing everyone try and survive.
As the cars are lining up on the grid, and the game has given me a rubbish camera angle.
I can see what you're dealing with, yeah. Not great.
It's not ideal.
Barely see the lights.
Yeah, at least we can see the lights. As we are just waiting.
Yeah, at least they're visible.
Yeah, definitely. As we are waiting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights at Spain. There's a bunch of jump starts as we are ready to go. Fadia leading the pack. Hill gets a decent start alongside him. Kent's the one that's dropped down a little bit from Kopachevsky, who's got a good start. Is alongside. Let's see what it's like going into turn 1. Very clean, the Mercedes of Michelin, trying to get around the Red Bull. Something we see a lot in real life, the Red Bull and the Mercedes going side by side through the turn 3. Lovely racing from these guys, but Michelin just getting a bit of kick of sort of like the dust on the outside of that corner, as everyone looks to have gotten through quite safely, apart from the Ferraris.
Ferraris have dropped off the back a bit here. I believe it was Stewart who made a bit of contact as one of the Mercedes of Derverich at the back has gone rained. As he was running towards the back of the grid, so there could have been a bit of contact there.
Could have been, but it looks quite clean and nice for the start of the grid.
As we have a Red Bull rained and straight into the borders. We also have Ferrari rain just behind him, and that's a virtual safety car.
That is a VSC. Damn, that is a very, very, very broken Red Bull.
Yeah.
A VSC for the drivers here on lap 1. To be expected at Spain, very close at the front. You're gonna not expect the dirty air. As Fadia slowing down for the VSC to be expected. Although when I did see it, he was 7/10 up from Hill, so it just might be one of those things where it is his track. As the VSC has ended, he is now outside of DRS when that wants to active. Maybe it is just the track that he's very comfortable at, which is surprising because, like last time I checked, no one's comfortable at Spain.
Yeah, the Red Bull of Tuavila here having a little look at Kent into turn 1, but didn't decide to go for that move as there's yellow flags as one of the AlphaTauris has just lost his front wing. I think he's had a collision with Michelin there, whereas
yeah, definitely.
The AlphaTauri was side by side, and
that's
Turek.
Turek.
The AlphaTauri's got no front wing either.
That was Turek in the AlphaTauri, who unfortunately doesn't have a front wing. He's going to have to trundle back to the pits. As Stewart has pit, so he probably did have some damage on that Ferrari, and he's gone to hards, probably till the end. 31 laps on them is doable, but you're going to hate the last, like, 5.
You're going to hate the majority of them, to be fair, as
yeah, they're hard
as well.
Yeah, hard tyres are never fun.
It's not nice.
Back to the front of the grid. Fadia's pulled a 1.5 second gap nearly. Nice
And then there's
driving
another
from him.
1.5 seconds to Kopaszewski behind as well. So
Who
the
has...
two at the front quite running away with this one already.
Yeah, just checking out of the race.
As the yellow
Fadia puts in the
flags for one of the
fastest.
Ferraris, and that's McBrearty reined into the wall.
Oh. He had a really
That's
unfortunate
gonna
time in
trigger
China
anything.
as well. I think he's a bit too far out of the way for it to trigger anything.
Yeah.
As the Alfa Romeo and Red Bull following Kopaszewski in the Alpine. A three-way battle to keep an eye on for the rest of the race, I think. As Snape on the mediums, up into P7.
Up 8 places already.
Nice driving from the AlphaTauri there. Good job keeping it safe and clean. In a position to really do some damage in this race if he can keep it nice and tidy.
All over the back of Kuchuk as well. Who, on the soft tyres,
Someone's round! Kopaszewski's round! Lost his front wing!
Kopaszewski's gone.
Oh, unfortunate for the Alpine. Doing well in P3.
That corner's catching a lot of the drivers out here.
Is indeed as
Seems like,
bit of a death corner there.
yeah.
The fight to watch at the moment is the fight for P3.
Between Tervila and Kent, who, with DRS activated now, definitely could look to challenge, heading down towards turn 1.
D is just getting quicker and quicker.
Pretty much, yeah. It is quite an extensive gap of 6 tenths, but with how long this straight is, wouldn't be surprised if he's right on the back of him by turn 1, which he's going to be, just 3 tenths behind, but not quite close enough to make a move, as behind we have a battle between Snape and Kuchuk, as Kuchuk completely cuts part of the curb there. Snape has to run a bit wide, but he has got through on Kuchuk, but Kuchuk's going to fight this one back into turn 4.
They're looking very wiggly on the straight.
Side
by side, round turn 4. Still side by side into turn 5. But I think that is now Snape's corner, as he might try and do a switchback.
And with a bit more ERS, he's looking
oh, don't try and overtake into here. Oh, Snape's gone! Oh, unlucky for the AlphaTauri. Oh, those mediums are going to be screaming.
And that has all gone to waste here.
Those mediums are going to be screaming. The one to look out for now is Sancho, right on the back of Kuchuk. On those medium tyres. Bakalik almost getting a bit squirrely on exit there, losing a few places for Michelin. Needs to get back into this DRS train if he wants any hope of trying to keep up with these guys, otherwise they are just going to go. As Fadia has now pulled a 2.7 second gap to Hill behind, followed by Kent and Tuavila. Might be looking to make a move on the outside into turn 1. Has the inside line for turn 2, probably the superior line, but Kent keeping it in. Nice defending from the Alfa Romeo. Some nice moves.
His battery here. Thought about potentially attacking into turn 4, but decides against it.
Kent has only 20%.
The best idea, as there's plenty of time in this race.
Kent only has 20% of his battery, 25%, and Tuavila has quite a lot, so Kent's probably going to have to think about the longer game here and maybe have to reserve some of the battery to keep his hopes of staying in the top sort of like 6 alive. Don't think using all your battery early on in this race is a good idea, because Spain is a nightmare for regaining it a little bit.
We have an absolute train build in here behind Kuchuk for P5.
Oh yeah.
So, a lot of drivers here.
Michelin locked up ever so slightly going into that turn. Allowing Bakalik to get involved again. He's within 8 tenths. Fadia going once again faster. This is like
literally 1,000th. As his last 3 laps have all been a 19.9.
I think Bakalik just got in. Sancho gone. All the medium runners struggling.
All the medium runners just suffering here.
For some reason struggling. Snape able to retake into P9, as Bakalik has managed to get on the end of this fight for P5.
Makes him the lead medium runner for now, but hopefully that can stay, as at the moment they've not been having the greatest of luck, anyone who's been on the mediums, as that's 2 of our drivers fighting to have a really good race with their pace on the mediums, taking them quite far up, just making a slight error that's been quite costly here.
Going back to the battle for P3, Kent with a 3-second penalty. Unfortunate for him, giving Tuavila a good chance at staying with him. He now just doesn't need to worry as much. He can just like stick behind him. I know it's early in the race, but if these guys are going to be here for the majority of it, he's got P3 in the bag if he doesn't get any penalties himself.
A battle for P7 here is, I'm not sure if I saw it correctly, but I believe there was an overtake into just before the second DRS straight, as some of our front runners are into the pits.
Yes,
so
that's Kent and
unless they're voting
Tuavila.
on hards, it's going to be a 2-stop, I think, because Tuavila's got mediums.
And so has
Kent,
Kent.
so yeah.
I believe Kent has also gone onto the mediums. Interesting. I don't think they can stretch 26 laps, but if they do, they do, and fair play to the drivers as they come out behind Sancho in P9 and 10 respectively. Although I did think Snape has spun again. So unfortunate for him. His tyres are screaming probably.
Yeah, the tyres on the medium, I mean the guys on the medium seem to be having the most problems here, as that already drops him a pit stop behind the guys who have just
Bakalik's gone as well.
Luckily he's not lost too much time there, as behind him is the Ferrari of Stewart, who's already been lapped by a fair few drivers here, which is unfortunate for him. As again, another driver struggling here is Churek, who after winning last race is currently sitting down in P15.
He is on the hards.
He did lose his front wing right at the start.
He did, but I don't think he's making another stop this race. It might put him into the top 10. Who knows?
There's a few more drivers in of Kuchuk,
Mishler and Pina.
Mishler and yeah.
As Bakalik now is back up to P3, the lead medium runner, getting some DRS from the Ferrari. Excuse me.
He doesn't have a 20-second gap.
That's a pit
all the
stop.
way to yeah.
Oh, some fighting coming out of the pit lane for Ken as he kind of just shoves Sancho a bit wide. Bit rude from the Alfa Romeo there, but I think all was fair and love. As Kuchak has gone into another set of softs. Definitely a 2-stop for him.
Yeah.
Apologies for interrupting you there.
Yeah, it's alright. Well, so I think the two at the front at this point, unless there's some safety car to intervene, which definitely possible with a few of our drivers spinning, and as I was literally about to say that, Peña's had a little bit of a moment there through turn 4, and has dropped himself down to 11th at the moment, as at the front we have Hill, who's pitted from 2nd.
We may have a move going into the hairpin. The Haas going on the Williams. I don't think he's going to try and make it stick through there. No, he's thought better of it. Overtake him on the straight, mate. Probably your best bet.
Yeah.
Still
I've
looking.
seen some wacky places where people have attempted to overtake so far.
The really,
race.
really dumb right-hander at Hungary being one of them. In the first sector. As the Haas comes around the final corner. He's 7/10ths back. I don't think he's going to be able to make this move.
I don't think he's going to be able to catch here by turn 1.
He's gaining, but not enough. Needs to get past this medium runner because they're on softs. Oh, it's Snape again.
Snape again.
Really struggling into
sector 3 as well. So that's one the Mercedes range.
I believe that is Majdiar, I believe.
Yeah, Derverich, yep.
Yep, as Vadir is, I believe, coming up to lap him. Yeah, he is. Is he looking to go into the pits?
There between Kuchuk and Lichterveld. As Vadir's in, yeah.
Right, if he comes out in front of Bakalik, this has been an absolute storm of a race for him.
I mean, well, he's going to be coming out in front of Kent now, as Bakalik had a bit of a moment there, coming into sector 3, and
yeah, I think he's just going to get out before them.
Actually, even who went flying past. So,
Yeah,
As
He is just gonna
Reveal's
get...
also made a move on Kent, as I made a mistake for his name. He's
Oh, there we go.
also having a battle with the Red Bull.
See how far ahead Padilla is compared to Hill. I think he's gained about a second. Oh no, he's
Seems
it's
like
coming back down.
No, it's a bit there.
About the same. Great strategy from the Aston Martin boys then. 23 laps on the mediums.
As we have a
Easily
fight
done.
here between Kent and Avila, as just bumping wheels a bit here for
Ooh, that's
first
close.
few turns.
Is he really going to try and make a move back down? No, he's thinking better of it. Fair play from the Red Bull there. Patience, although I'm quite sure he's sick and tired of seeing the rear end of the Alfa Romeo.
I don't think they want to go again, so probably gonna give each other a little bit of extra room until the end of the race here.
Yeah.
As I don't think either of them really want to fight too hard and
Ruin their tyres.
potentially let Sancho and the drivers behind make any inroads on them.
The fight for P7's heating up a little bit as Kuchuk still unable to get past this medium runner of Ghost Guy. I can't remember his actual name, but it is allowing Mishler and Snape to slowly catch up. Snape within the DRS of Mishler, but Mishler is now within the DRS of Kuchuk. As Hill puts the fast, as Mishler's gone round.
Has made a mistake, and luckily he's
held
not
it.
fully rein there, but
Held it. Well held from him there.
he's managed to keep it, and he's still going to be. Actually, he's not going to be just within DRS's Snipers. Well, his tyres were just recovering there, but he lost a bit of time there through the final sector, which is going to drop him off the back temporarily. But I'm sure with the fresh mediums, he'll be straight back to fight these guys. As Nick Tevelde in the Williams here, doing great at defending from Kuchuk, as Kuchuk cannot find a way past.
One of those tracks, again, very difficult to overtake. If you get a sloppy exit out of the last turn, you're not going to be able to get them. Although Kuchuk is looking to go side by side into the corner. Is he going to make a bit of a dive? No, finally. The game gives me, sometimes the game, right, for the start of the race, terrible camera angle. At this moment, it's an aerial view, it's lovely. I don't know what the game does sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Really annoying as Snape is catching Kuchuk here a little bit. Something to watch to see if he can get into the DRS.
Definitely slowing down Kuchuk here quite a lot. As Fadia's on 18.7 on those mediums.
He needs to calm down.
He's just smashing his own personal best here. Whereas I've seen in chat Nathan's asking if Fadia should come to PC1 or not.
I think
you'd be seeing quality times like that in a race like this. Oh god. As behind to Avila, having a look at Snape's retired, and he's been to the final corner there, and that's a safety car.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, if you're like the lap one, if you're like the starting medium runners here, what do you do? Such an awkward time for a safety car. For them, because they're not like fully way through their stint. You could pit onto the hards, but you'll be risking the end of your race.
Been hoping for it. You know, quite a few laps later, probably.
Lap 20,
But
they probably want.
I don't think we'll see many people pit. I think some people may just potentially just stay out here, but I mean, if people want to go for the hards, then.
Ah, yeah. Turek and Karalak have pulled a bit of a cheeky one. They've both gone to the mediums. Very nice call from those two. I think Turek had to go into the hards after his front wing brake from the beginning of the race, and I think coming in for the mediums here is very smart from him, being able to get onto the faster compound of tyre, not having to deal with hards until the end, which is never fun.
I think this safety car is literally the perfect timing for putting on the mediums, so we are going to have a look what Bakalik decides to do, as he has come into the pits.
I think he's just going to go...
He's going on softs.
What? Mate, you're not doing 20 laps on the softs. Maybe he's looking to have a really quick start at the safety car and try and jump a few of these drivers. He's going to be right up into the mix with it. I kind of see where he's coming from.
He's going to have to...
Good way to recover ERS as well if you're low.
Everyone as quick as he can. Luckily for him, with this safety car, it's actually brought him out in 5th.
Yeah, so he's not lost too many positions. He will have to make another pit stop. These soft tires will not go 20 laps.
I think he's going to do 2 sets of softs, probably 10 each.
2 sets of softs I can definitely see, especially the pair the set right at the end will be much happier than this set because the lower fuel load and whatnot.
Yeah. Potentially he could, with the grid being quite bunched up again, he might bank on the fact that there could be a safety car almost immediately, like say 2 or 3 laps later, which allows him to
Oh,
stick
on another
on
set
that
of
final set of
mediums,
mediums
maybe.
he'll have available.
Yeah, that might be a really good. Might be a nice play from Bakalik if that's what he's thinking. Sancho also possibly thinking the same thing here. P7 in the Williams.
He could pit again right now straight for mediums and only lose 1 more position.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously he's got up to the back of the safety car, but if he's going to pit, he doesn't exactly have to follow the delta of it or the fact that he has to stay behind. But I don't think he will go in. Although it could have potentially been a strategy to only take the 1 place loss to Kopaszewski, who's also on the older mediums here on 8 lap old. So.
Yeah, he had to pit for those early, I think. I think he was one of the soft runners that pitted like lap 5, weren't he? So,
yeah.
Same with, was it Kent, I believe, or something?
It was with the other driver who did, I can't remember who it was, has pitted again, so.
Yeah, must have done. Just going to go down the order of the grid. Fadia in P1, leading the race from the beginning. Pole position, currently the fastest lap holder, I think. Although I think that will change with like Bakalik and even Majda right at the back on the softs and Sancho. So probably going to be a change of fastest lap. So maybe not the 27-point race he was hoping for. But definitely looking like a nice track for Fadia. Behind him, Hill keeping up very well. Especially with the two lap older softs that he had at the beginning of the race. The mediums will go till the end here. He's pretty cushy. Tuavila, P3. There is a Ferrari in between them. I'm quite sure that'll be let go soon or whatever. Good race from him. I believe he started P6 or something like that. So jumping up the grid a few positions, very nicely done. Followed by the.
P6.
Sorry.
Yeah, he did start P6.
As the safety car does come in this lap as Kent P4, Bakalik P5 on the soft tyres, looking for maybe another safety car as Fadia's really bunching the pack up here. Kopaszewski P6, Sancho P7, also on the softs, looking to jump a few drivers on this restart. Kuchuk P8 on the hards, looking to keep some of these drivers behind him and go to the end with a bit of a easier tyre wear. Really holding people up, I think. Right at the back as Fadia hasn't gone yet. He's looking for it, I think. Oh, he's so slow. No, he's brake. Oh, he's trying to fake out the start, and he kind of has. He's not done a bad job. He's faked the start a little bit. Hill had to brake, and he's managed to get onto the accelerator a bit quicker as the Ferrari's in the way. There's chaos behind. They're looking to go about. They've all gone back single file. As the Ferrari and the Mercedes need to be really careful.
Yeah. They need to just. If I was them, I would have just gotten out the way as quick as possible and just race my own race here off the restarters. A lot of battles look close as we do have Michelin and Nick Tavell fighting as we have a spinner, and that's Kent who's gone all the way down to the back.
Oh no.
Nick Tavell also just getting absolutely taken apart here by everyone as randomly Churex just sent it up the inside of him out of nowhere. There wasn't even any space and he still made a move.
He's still trying to make the move stick as the Williams is round the outside of him, but he has managed to do so.
Absolute chaos off the restart as everyone's all over the place as...
Oh, the Williams! Has he kept it? Has he kept it? He's kept it. Well saved. Well saved.
I think that might have been a result of a ghost car just being parked on the edge of that corner, potentially.
I do think that, I don't want to like BM anyone here, but something needs to be done about ghost cars and whatnot. I don't think they should be allowed to be at racing speed. If there are cars that are much quicker in this, you know, blue flags are a thing. please
think-
adhere by them, because you do put off the faster drivers.
Especially with the opportunity of the restart, I'd say there should be some sort of thing where they should be told to just let everyone through off a restart, especially with the chaos of it, as
Very
if they
off-putting.
can they could get in the way and cause, you know, issues for other drivers around them, which is, you know, not what anyone wants.
Yeah, definitely. As Bakalik, still P5, needs to just start getting past some of these medium drivers, as the Ferrari
Sancho's also got onto the back of him on softs.
These guys just kind of, like, as weird as it's going to sound for the Williams and the McLaren, they kind of need help each other. Although Sancho's dropped off. I think he may have made a bit of a mistake.
It's going to be interesting to see whether or not he can get back in the DRS, as I think the second Bakalik gets the DRS, he's going to make quick work of Kopaszewski if he can and just get on with his races. He's going to need to make moves quickly here. As behind us are massive trainer cars going all the way from 4th.
DRS has been enabled. Bakalik is only 3/10 behind. He won't get the DRS this lap, but I think Kopaszewski might be running a setup that has a bit lower downforce. He's not really gaining on this straight.
Yeah.
I think
reasonably quick here.
I think a lower downforce setup at Spain is more than reasonable. You can't really overtake in some of the corners, so having some defense down the straight, no problem with that whatsoever, I think.
I think as well with running a low downforce setup, especially with the hold up, we've got Churek attempting to have a look on the outside
Of Karalak, as he's made a bit of a switchback move.
Karalak goes very deep there, and Karalak just lets him through, knowing he has got the DRS, but as Churek is just outside of the range there by just a few thousandths, and watching just behind these guys is Mishler.
Who's
he'll be looking to capitalise on a mistake, as there is one.
I
As I was saying it.
I think you didn't expect Turek to break that early. Had a bit too much overspeed. Had to dodge the Alpha Tauri, and in which case just allowed Mishler to get through. Unfortunate for the McLaren there.
Churek has now closed the gap to Kutrek in front, who has
Might be
dropped
under
off the back
threat.
of the guys in front, which on the hard tyres.
Oh wait, no. Turek might be looking to make a move into turn 1. Already made before the turn, I think, as
Kutrek
the...
looking to fight it back a bit, but it's realistically a half-hearted effort, as attempting to fight that back probably wouldn't have been the best of ideas, as there's yellow flags for something, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe the game's like, just wave them. Why not?
Yeah.
Sancho...
Stewards, the marshals are getting a bit bored.
They're like, oh, the first part of the race was really entertaining. Now it's real boring. As Sancho quite close to the back of Bakalik, to be fair. Had his ERS on the entire way through that, like, sort of right-hander before the straight. Interesting, interesting move there. Man, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow when I have to drive the track. Oh, Churek's gone! Oh, what happened there?
And that's the safety car, but from what I saw, he just completely lost traction through the corner. He went over the curb a bit, and essentially it just looks like he was driving into the wall.
Some guys are coming into the pits. Kopaszewski with another penalty. I think that's a few that he's got under his name now. Bakalik.
Kutrik's now got one for speeding on the safety car as well.
Bakalik's put on the hard tyres. What is going on? What's Sancho doing? Sancho is putting on the mediums. No, they're mediums.
No, wait, mediums. There's a lot of drivers going on hards.
This is at the end of this race, you don't need to, guys. What are you doing?
I'm a bit confused here.
Maybe they're just taking advantage of the safety car and making their pit stop now. They know the softs can't go to the end. Realistically, that's about, what, 10, 14 laps on the softs. It's risky if you want to try it, especially the car isn't as heavy, but still can make those softs wear quite a lot. you're going to be risking it on the hards. I think you're going to leave yourself vulnerable. Like, Sancho, I think, has pulled the worldie here for the strategy.
Yeah, I think him and after a bit of a spin, this with a lot of the hard runners in front could definitely help Kent out to get him back forward as well.
Yeah. Karalak,
There's a
speeding
second
under
drive
safety
through for
car.
speed under safety car.
Ah.
And puts up to 2 drivers as the front runners are in. So
So they are. They
let's
going
see
on to
what they
another set
do.
of mediums?
I hope so. I hope they're not sticking the hard yet. Federa is
But he is on the mediums
uh,
hill.
hell yep, same strategy as
Going
well.
onto the
straight off
mediums. You know what? I don't hate it.
This is gonna let Mishler take the lead potentially. It's gonna be
Yeah, no, Mishler has taken the lead of this
yeah,
race.
he's got the lead.
But I don't hate this.
Straight off those hards.
But I don't hate this move from the front runners here.
Yeah.
I think this is fine. You're gonna have 6-lap fresher tires than Mishler. Yeah, I know they're both mediums and they can last a long time. I love racing on the mediums. I think they're the best race tire. But 6 laps is a lot of laps and a lot of tire wear, especially around Spain.
Few trucks managed to pull a decent strategy here of swapping to the mediums for the final part of this race and brings him out in front of Sancho. So Sancho's gonna have someone to follow through here. And they both on fresh mediums definitely are in a very good spot here to just take 4 positions straight off the bat and get themselves up, as some of the guys who were on hards have also pitted again and gone for mediums now. So a few people being quite indecisive on the strategy here, as
Stewart's gone into softs.
I think, to be fair, considering the safety car's gonna probably be out for another lap after this one, that means he's only effectively doing 12 race laps on them, which isn't awful.
Not awful with the lower fuel, but at the end of your stint, you're going to feel it.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard to keep that car facing the right way on track.
I think at this point, he's probably just doing it for the fastest lap, considering
where he is and
he's
whatnot.
already a lap down.
Speaking of,
so
have a look who has the fastest lap at the moment.
I think it's Fedea still.
Fastest lap. It is still Fedea, who is a comfortable 7/10 faster than the second fastest lap of Hill.
It's 7/10. Okay. Right.
Oh, 18.7, 19.4. I believe that's 7.
Yeah.
I think my math is
No
correct.
one else has even got into the 19s.
Yeah, like those two have been in a league of their own, but between the two of them, Padilla, the leader of that league at the moment.
Yeah.
12 laps on these mediums. You could have probably banged on the softs, to be fair, guys.
Yeah, at this point potentially, yeah, softs might. If someone in the in this pack here who isn't a lap down went for softs,
they would be in the ascendancy. Maybe one of the hard runners.
Potentially not on the pace of the Fedea and Hill, but definitely could have got themselves up to P3 at least. As I have a feeling as soon as these guys get past Michael, it's essentially game over.
Well, considering a few of the drivers who we thought were going to do well, Turek and Smith, who qualified quite well, who knows? This track is liable for spins, apparently. Who would have thought? Spain? Spins? Who would have thought?
What's Spain without the A?
Yeah.
Spin.
Spain without the A.
Scripted at all.
No. We didn't. We definitely did not tell the drivers to spin.
Yeah, the safety car's in this lap, which I expected, to be fair. So yeah, if someone went on the softs here,
They would.
I think that could have been
made it interesting, but whether it would have made it clean, different story. Although we still don't know. There's a couple of hard runners in this pack, and they're not going to have a lot of fun off of the start.
I think the only way anyone other than Fedea, or Like, potentially Hill, but it's going to be difficult for him to keep up with Fadir because of how ridiculous Fadir has been this race.
Mischler's gone.
As Hill going for a cheeky strategy, but it hasn't paid off as Mischler
Oh,
probably
he's
spotted it and has absolutely bolted.
oh,
And now
Tuavila is really threatening Hill, going around the looking to go around the outside of turn 1. See if this move is going to stick. Those hard tires probably not going to be as grippy as the mediums.
Hill
Nah, they're not.
later and he's straight back in front. But yeah, Hill tried being clever by backing off through the final corner to just get an absolute run and just go for it. But Mishra had already gone, so
Oh,
it didn't quite work out for him. And he's got two of Villa attempting to fight him, which means he's just dropping off the front
Back
two.
of Fadia, yeah.
As we have someone flying off into the gravel, and that's Pena, who's lost his front wing there. Not out the race though, as a battle for P5 between Kopaszewski, as Fadia's gone up the inside and takes the lead of this race. Battle's all over here.
Yeah, definitely three-way fight for, I believe. Oh no, it was a three-way fight, but now it's Kopaszewski and Bakalek and Kuchuk looking at P5. Kuchuk's looking for the move. He's got a 3-second time penalty once again, and Sancho has joined the back of this pack. Going even further back down the grid, the final points paying position between Karolak and Pena, also close between the two drivers. Safety car restarts. Great to watch in my opinion.
Great, because it bunches all the drivers back together and gives them all a
Hill
chance to...
looking to make a move on Mischler here. Going into turn 1.
He's gonna have to go now or never if he wants any chance of keeping up with Fadia, so...
Yeah, but he's not been able to make a move past Mischler yet. No DRS, but Mischler's gone wide and Hill's made a mistake on the curb. So the mistake has been...
As does Pena into the wall at the final corner.
Oh, is that going to be another safety car? Because that looks like a car right in the middle of the track.
As this game doesn't like to give out 2 safety cars within about 2 laps. As
very
that's
true.
also a Mercedes round at turn 1. He's luckily kept that one out the wall. So a lot of our drivers after pitting again, potentially after the safety car restart, the tyres may have been a bit cold and struggling here. As we also have a McLaren off, and that's Bakalek into the wall, but I don't think he got damaged there.
He's managed to keep his car in one piece. But just want to... Mischler doing very well to keep Hill behind him so far. Maybe he won't be able to keep him on the straight, but just wanted to put it out there, doing quite well to keep this P2. As Hill is running that Alfa Romeo ragged. Very, very poor exit. He's out of a second now. Maybe Mischler has a chance to sort of not get away, but make a VSC. Mischler... Very fortunate. And another penalty for Kuchuk.
Yeah.
Is he going into softs? Another pit stop?
I believe so.
Yeah, that is a red wall tyre if I haven't seen one. But oh no, it's gone back onto mediums. I thought that was red walls. My bad. Why go onto mediums there? That makes no sense.
I don't know.
You know what? I give up questioning the PC F3 guys sometimes.
Honestly, I won't be surprised if one of these races, someone sticks inters on perfectly dry conditions and somehow wins the race.
Somehow wins the race, yeah. Full wets.
Full wets. A day like this round any track. Completely clear. A few clouds, but nothing.
Gets the fastest
rain.
lap.
As
Stewart gets a drive-through penalty. Yeah, so many penalties.
Quite a lot of drive-throughs this race from people speeding under.
I find VSEs to be an absolute arse when it comes to keeping to the speed limit. Fadia's got one.
Oh no.
Okay, so our race leader. Mistake
still
made.
Following the race leader's still following VSC rules as he's now only just gone again.
He's done well. He's done very well.
The final, he was 2 seconds clear and randomly just slammed on the brakes in the final sector, but now with that drive-through, this race has gone completely out the window for him.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for the Aston Martin. He's going to get at least 2 points. I think.
Quite a lot of drivers in the pits right now.
Unless
quite a lot of them got drive-throughs.
Yeah, as Michelin's gone faster than his personal best through the first sector. definitely just trying to keep the Alfa Romeo of Hill behind. It's gonna be a struggle once again. Those tires, the tire wear will definitely be start kicking in. Spain has a lot of tire degradation. As Hill's made a slight mistake,
especially since Dean Fadia's got that got the drive through. He's now got to think that this is now a fight for the win.
you need to keep it on the track. No mistakes, no penalties, and whatnot. That would be very beneficial for the Mercedes driver, who is one of the protagonists, I believe, for the championship. So
check how many warnings these guys have, as Michelin does have 2 warnings.
Needs to keep it on the track.
Has 2 as well.
Okay, both of them. As Fadia has come in to serve his drive-through. Unfortunate for the Aston Martin. Looked like his day to win. But with 7 laps remaining.
That would have been his 2nd win of the season, as he won Austria as well. So
I think with 7...
for Fadia, he was in a league of his own here.
I think with 7 laps remaining and 10 seconds back from Kopaszewski, I don't think this is going to be his day.
And the fact that he's put 5 lap old mediums on as well. Oh wait, no, it's a drive-through.
No, it's a drive-through. You silly goose. Anyway. So, the fight for the lead. 12 lap old mediums versus 5 lap. But, that's Kent, the other Alfa Romeo. Sorry, both Alfa Romeo drivers have 4-letter names, so sometimes I get a bit confused. But Hill is getting ever so close to Michelin. He had to lift a little bit going into the hairpin at the start of Sector 3. Michelin might start struggling.
Here for P8 as well as Lichterveld and I believe that is Karolak, yeah.
He's very close.
Very hard here over the edge of the points.
Very close, looking for the move into the hairpin at the start of Sector 3. Very nice move from the McLaren. As Hill coming down the straight and trying to make a move. Fidel with a 3-second time penalty, but he's more than out of the race as Hill has taken the lead of this Spanish Grand Prix. And if these tyres have anything to say about it, Michelin's not going to really have anything to argue about that. Unfortunate for the Mercedes, but not a bad strategy from him, considering where he was. I believe he qualified a bit further down, but Hill has taken the fastest first sector of this of the race. Sorry, English, Ryan. Can you speak it? We're going to stay on board with Hill to see what his second sector split is going to be. If it's faster than Fadia's hopes of a extra 2 points might be gone. Let's have a look at the end of Sector 2. Michelin does have DRS. Maybe he's going to be able to keep within the 1 second, but Hill just looks so fast. Not a faster Sector 2, but he is 2/10 up. See if he can beat the fastest lap of Fadia.
That would be quite close to the fastest lap, but not enough at the moment. And he still needs to find another 5 temps somewhere in this final sector if he does want to challenge the fastest lap.
Looking good through the last part of Sector 3 as he comes round the final corner over the line. No, it's not the fastest lap.
But still 3 temps slower than the fastest lap at the moment.
The Fadia looking good for the fastest lap, who's also gained a lot of time. Is this like... Oh, he's just got... Oh, okay. Fadia's decided to go faster. Sorry, Hill. Good try. But I think the Aston Martin of Fadia has got something to say about that.
Fadia are taking a bit a second a lap at the guys in front. So he's trying to recover anything he can here, and potentially at the end of the race he might be with Kopaszewski. So with Kopaszewski also having a penalty, he definitely might be able to make that move, but I think the top 3 is here to stay at the moment, as none of them have got penalties yet, and I don't think Fadia has enough time to get past to Avila if he does catch him and also build that gap.
Well, he's gained 4 tenths, now 5 tenths, now 6 tenths, this lap alone. So, 6 tenths.
Now a second.
Now a second, yeah. I think Kopaszewski's hards are not treating him well. Who knows? Fadia might even be able to get P3 on track, considering how he's gained 1.5 seconds basically this entire lap. He is in a league of his own in this race, but a drive-through and the 3-second penalty might just have costed him the win. As Carolak's gone.
Flag and there's Carolak.
The
And a
safety car. Right. Can we please
Okay.
have a last lap sprint with everyone on softs? As someone has Kent has pitted. Last lap sprint with everyone on softs, please, everyone. Drivers.
This should be absolutely mental.
Ghostgar is pitted. Kent's pitted. Some drivers not pitting. Kent puts on the softs. More than reasonable. 4 laps on them. They're going to be as pacey as soon as you get out of the gates, and they're not going to drop off. It's lovely when
this race, I wouldn't be surprised if someone randomly stopped mediums back on.
just slam the wets on, you know.
I think hards, you know, with a distance left, definitely would be a good option personally.
With the distance of the race left, can we put on the old Bridgestone tires from 2004?
It's also letting a lot of drivers serve their 5-second penalties. So towards the end of the race, we might have a lot of drivers.
Jump a few drivers, yeah. Let's see what Hill's looking at doing. He's going to stay out.
Surely,
no.
Michelin,
Yeah, he's
just come
staying
in,
out.
please. No,
No,
he's not coming.
Michelin.
Gurvila, just take the opportunity, and he's
No,
not coming
no.
over. I believe Fadir will. Fadir's the kind of guy to go. Okay, no, he hasn't. Right.
Maybe Bakalik. Let's see what he does when he comes round.
100%. Come on, back.
Come on, Bakalik. Slam on the
You
wets.
wanna...
You want those soft tires at the end. Come on, dude. You don't like the hard tires. Let's see what he does. Maybe Sancho? I like how this has become a...
Come on.
Maybe, come on, onto the softs.
No,
You know
no,
you want
stay
to.
again.
Oh,
Come on.
Hills?
Wait.
Hills drop?
Hills?
Oh, no.
yes.
Sancho, no, he's missed it.
Oh, come on.
Sadness. Okay, so Kent,
Same.
Ghostgar, and Kuchuk. In a very nice
they all
position.
have penalties as well.
Yeah, but very nice position for them.
Yeah,
The softs.
they just need to build a lot of positions as... Well, I'm not going to say what penalties they have, but...
Yeah. A few, I'm assuming.
And a few more than the other drivers with penalties, let's say.
Yeah, maybe they're just struggling on the harder compound of tires. I know a lot of people, including myself, they practice for these races on like time trial and whatnot, with very qualifying base setups because they want to go as fast as they can. But, you know, practicing time trial is fine, but if you're going to do that, practice with race setups. Allows you to get used to the track a bit easier when you go onto those harder compound of tires.
I would personally only practice in wet conditions at Monaco
At
every
Monaco.
single race. And provides the optimal difficulty of what the race will be like.
Nah, you should practice at Baku. It's a longer track.
To be fair, as long as I'm taking Castle section flat 8, then the difficulty's good enough for me.
Not even braking for the intro.
Allow me to get the right level of practice. Yeah, you don't need to brake in Castle. I learnt that last season. No one brakes there. You should
Yeah.
use the car in front.
Yeah,
If
you
they-
just use the car.
Whatever. If you get reported by them, it doesn't matter because half the grid don't finish, and the cars who do finish are about 2 minutes apart anyway.
Oh, I'm looking forward to my foray at Baku this season.
Have fun.
No, I'm in Pc F3. I'll have someone dive bomb me eventually.
I want it to be full wet so I can just sit and just drift around the track.
Yeah, woohoo! I wonder if
Don't
you.
put me racing there. Be in a wall.
Yes. Just do a Ragunathan and ask the stewards to help you turn around.
I'll just cook the engine in the process as well. Just
Yeah. Stall the car.
fail at turning a car around.
Stall the car, you know. As we're currently in a situation like, what's silly is Stewart's a lap down, but if one of these drivers bins it, he gets a point.
Well, that depends if the driver bins it on the last lap or not.
Very true. Very true.
Because if one of them bins it on the last lap, even though he technically finished the race, he didn't finish it on the lead lap as he's warming his tyres up on the grass. So definitely ready for this restart to unlap himself.
The safety
And
car is
safety
in
car
this
is
lap.
this lap.
It always goes in 2 laps on the end as the Alfa Romeo of Kent decides also, hey, the grass looks like a really good place to warm my tyres. Genuinely think Michelin's...
There as Kent's just sent himself up to P8, even
I
though
think...
don't know if he was there.
I do think Mishler has missed an opportunity. Going on to the softs at the end here, he would have probably been about P4.
I'm disappointed at F1.
Yeah, everyone should have gone softs at the end. Come on, boys, should have all pitted.
Would have ended up with Hill then in like 7th or something.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't have been ideal for him, but
As the race
with 2
restart
laps
is
to
in
go, I
his
have a feeling
favour.
people are just gonna either
As
kill
Hill
each
has
other.
gone. Hill has gone. Mishler has gone with him, but with those older tyres. But Tuavila able to get a bit of time. It's not going to be close enough to Mishler to make a move on this lap, but let's see if he can keep within... whoa! Fadia's made a mad lunge! What a move from the Aston Martin!
Flying up the inside and straight up to 4th, and he's already close to get to Avila by half a second in not even a full corner.
You know what?
And
this man is...
he's already gone for the move.
Oh, he's already made the move. Whoa! Big close car! Watch out to Avila. Hang on. Where has he come from?
And there you go, straight up second, and one more, and he's done it.
How has he just done... What? Who is this man? And what
Why
you know,
is he here?
What he's definitely the PCF1 Tuca. He's PCF3 Tuca.
PCF3
from last season. Like
he might as well be PCF1.
Yeah, he seems like he's got the at least PCF2. Wouldn't mind racing against him.
I wouldn't be surprised if he actually builds a 3-second gap and somehow gets at least second.
Gets the win, yeah. Or like Hill gets a penalty. That's another point. If Hill gets a penalty.
Yeah. And with the 2 warnings, possible.
Yeah.
But he still actually has to catch a 9th still. As Michelin's got to hope that 2 seconds doesn't happen in 1 lap here.
As it has been. Fadia.
2 tenths in 2 corners.
Oh my god, he's so quick around the tarmac of Spain. He's got the fastest sector 1 of the race. He's got 12 lap old mediums. Where is this pace coming from?
He's all the way back.
He's on the back of Hill. He might even pressure Hill into making a mistake. It's very possible. Hill probably wants the ability to win on track. If Hill makes a mistake here, this is for the win. If there is a penalty for the Alfa Romeo, but as it stands, but he's made the move. I think Hill's on the inside, Fadia on the outside.
Bit of contact, but Hill's managed to keep the position. Michelin's luckily for him. I think if Fadia wasn't fighting anyone, that gap would have got to 3 seconds. Fadia's just going to
Kuchuk taking a 3-second turn. Yo, Hill's gone really wide. But Hill's still in front.
He's managed to not get a 3-second penalty for that, and Hill is going to win this on track.
Where's Fadia's pace come
pushed
from?
him through the whole sector.
I think...
DRS has been
as Hill has won the race. Fadia's dropped all the way down to P4. Woo!
Okay. Oh, and Lichterville's binged it at the line, and he didn't cross the line.
Wait, if he's not crossed the line...
So Sancho's going to get P9.
Brilliant.
He didn't make it to the line.
So Sancho has an entire racing lap left to do. As we're just going to be on board with him.
I want to see how close he was to the line, but I have a feeling the car's going to disappear. The car's gone.
Yeah, the car's gone. As Hill has won this race. Mishler P3, P2, and Tuavila P3. Nice race from him. As Fadia.
What happened off that restart?
I have no idea.
Fadia just went through half the grid.
And decided he'd had enough. Yeah. Show his pace off.
Ridiculous.
People who run ERO, can we have a look at Fadia, please? After that last lap, I think words need to be said to this man.
Yeah,
Driver of the day, Bakalek.
I'll raise the concerns to watch. Yeah, might be a bit quick.
He might be a bit fast. But our podium stands without Fadea on it because of the penalty and the drive-through that he got, with Hill in P1, P2. Oh, go on.
Fadea got 3 seconds worth of penalties, and he finished 4 thousandths behind Hill on track. That okay. So if he hadn't got that 3-second penalty, it would have been a 4 thousandths gap. Right. Okay.
Right. Okay. As I am just going to quickly flick through the race director, if you don't mind going through the order, if you do not mind.
Yeah. Right. So, winning this race, Hill. Second is Mishler. Third is Tuavila. Then Fadea finishing 4th, just about missing out on the podium there. Kopashevsky finishing 5th. Bakalik finishing 6th up from P13. So you made a lot of moves in that race. Shame you had to go for that soft strategy, but still manages to get a good haul of points. Kent, after an unfortunate spin off one of the restarts, still manages to get P7. Kujuk P8, Sancho P9, Lichtveld P10, and the last car who finished was Stewart, who just about misses out on points.
Well, I wouldn't say just about, but sure.
I mean, the fact that Lichtveld binned it right at the line. Say if he was a lap down, he would have actually gotten the points, but...
Very true,
Yeah.
very true. Well, that was it for us at PCF3. Once again, a race full of carnage, devastation, and not Robot Wars. How did you enjoy your time here, Luke?
I don't have many words.
I told you.
Sometimes you can't describe things you've witnessed. This is one of those moments.
I agree.
I've watched it and I'm like, I think I'd have to watch it back at least 2 or 3 times to actually...
To fully understand what's happened, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think after us, there is PlayStation 2, right? The second division of PlayStation, PSF2, I believe is after
No.
us. Or is that before us?
It's PlayStation F4 next.
Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so used to doing... I don't even know anymore. But F4 is after us for PlayStation. So stick around for that carnage as well, I'm assuming. Tomorrow, Saturday, we have I believe it's PSF3, then PCF2, then PlayStation F2, and then the Sunday we have the 2 top divisions of both platforms of PCF1 and PlayStation F1.
Yeah.
Full weekend of racing for you all. That's it for us at PCF3. Thank you for joining me this week, Luke.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys all. I'll see you guys tomorrow and next week. Keep safe.